Hey guys, Handy Camper here,
Wifey Camper here.
but we're going to show you Wifey Camper's going to show you from start to finish how she uses a pattern to make these style masks right here, and yeah, so let's get started. All right, guys, the first thing you need to know about making a mask is the type of material that you need, and they say the higher the thread count is the best to use. When making a mask, that's the tighter weave of the fabric, I guess it is, and it's...
They say the quilter's fabric is the best.
She's been making hers 3 layers, so it's the inner layer is a flannel, and the outer layer is either flannel or cotton or some kind of quilter's cotton or something to that extent. So we're going to start from very scratch, and what's the first thing we need, Wifey Camper?
We need the pattern.
We need a pattern. Let's get down here and show you the pattern.
I have one, but as you can tell, I've cut it a little bit.
She needs a new pattern because she wore her pattern out. All right, let's get down here and show you what we're going to do about this pattern. All right, what kind of paper you got there, Wifey Camper?
Cardstock, because that's going to work because it's thicker.
It's a little bit thicker. And her pattern is, what's the dimensions?
We're going to do 9, so I'm going to mark my 9. And 9 by 6. And then we're going to cut this out.
We've got this really cool paper cutter, but if you don't have that, you can use like one of those little rulers, lay over to make the straight line. All right. Did you cut it correctly?
I did. It looks better than my other.
Nice and straight. See if she did good. Nine by 6, just right. 9 by 6, she did good. All right, so now we got the pattern. So what do we need to do now that we have the pattern?
We're going to cut the inner layer.
This is the inner layer of our 3-layer mask, so she's going to cut that. And how many thicknesses is that? You got it doubled over?
I have it doubled over.
So you can do 2 at once? Okay. She's got it doubled over. She can do 2 at once.
Because you can tell I have some.
And let's see if she can do that without cutting her finger. What kind of little magic device you got there, Wifey Camper?
Well, it can be dangerous. But it cuts really well.
You just want to make sure you've got something, a hard surface underneath to cut that on.
Yes.
She's used her old pattern so much it's all cut up.
And look at that.
That thing cuts good.
It really does. And it can cut your fingers. So I have that cut.
Okay. We got our inner layer. Got 2 inner layers going on there.
Now that I've got my one inner piece, I'm going to get my fabric ready to cut 2 pieces so we can make one.
Okay.
Alright, I got my fabric ready, but since it's so, I'm going to go further over.
That's the end of the fabric?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get
but it is doubled.
Okay.
I'm just going to go over about this far. Try to line it up.
And she's using the exact same pattern, guys, and y'all can use that too if you want to. 6 by 9. Cardstock or a piece of cardboard or whatever you want to cut out, as long as it's 6 by 9. That seems to work really good. And this is step 3, I guess it is. Making your pattern step 1, cutting the inner layer out. This is 3 layers. You don't have to do 3 layers. If you've got flannel, you can use 2 pieces and it'll be kind of like a 2-layer, and it won't be as thick. But
well, they're saying 3 layers.
And they're saying 3 layers is better. So that's what we're doing. We're putting an inner layer of that flannel.
That's what happens sometimes.
What you got going on there?
There we go. Trying to fix it.
And it doesn't matter if you're off a little bit, if you mess up like the little ends or something like that, because when you sew it and everything, it's going to come out. It's going to come out okay. You can see you're straightening that up.
Yeah, I was fixing that. Okay. Here.
So we've got our 2 pieces of fabric there, correct?
Yes.
All right.
So we have our 2 pieces. So what you want to do actually is going to cut semi-elastic first.
Yeah.
I ran out of elastic, so I do have hair bows. I just cut them and then try to stretch them.
What kind of hair bows are they? They're just seeing you stretching something like a noodle there.
No, I've cut them off. They're gonna see what those are.
It's
Those are just those.
There you go. Just the round ones. And she cuts it at the seam.
Yes. Because you got to be careful. I've already broke a couple needles from hitting that end piece.
Because the end piece has kind of got like some hard, like gluish type stuff or something on the ends of them.
But actually, I'm going to use, I had an old headband that our daughter does not wear.
Okay.
So I'm going to actually use it instead, since white will look better with this blue.
All right.
And we're going to measure these out. I like to do 6.5. It says to do 7, but I think 7's a little too much.
It makes it a little loose, right, when you do 7.
Yes.
It depends on how big of a head you have, really, but you can experiment. I would start with like 6 or 6.5, and if that's too tight with this pattern, then go a little bit bigger, because a half an inch is a really big difference, because if you do 7 on both, that's like a actual whole inch altogether. So you can use the remains from that one to do a kid one.
Maybe.
How big is that? Yep, sure can. Or you can do a 6. Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, so you got your 2 pieces of elastic for your ears.
Moving around here.
So first one, it don't matter. This one with your flannel, it doesn't matter because it's going to be your inside in the middle of the mask. But then you want to put right side up, and then you're going to put right side down.
So you're going to put the 2 outside layers on top of each other.
And then I have, instead of using pins, I have these really awesome Wonder clips. They're amazing. They're so much easier, and you don't stick your fingers 100 times.
You don't stick your fingers with the pins.
Then what you're going to do is you have your 2 facing together, and you're going to get your elastic ready. And then you just put it down, but I keep my finger over it.
So she's pinning that in there. Trying to get you on camera there. And she's pinning that in and it's inside, right?
Yes.
There
It's
you go.
in between the 2.
And there's you can see it right there through the fabric. She just pinned it in there, inside.
And then you want to make sure they match up on the same side.
And you also just be careful, don't have your thing inside out. She's got them like that, so when you flip the fabric, both the right sides are out. If that makes any sense. You'll see when we get going here.
Okay, I have white. Now that I have that ready, now we're going to start, but we got to leave an opening. I usually leave like that much opening. What's that? Between 2-3 inches for you to turn it the right way.
So she's going to sew all the way around, except for that space right there.
Yes.
That way you can push the fabric through there to turn it right side in, right side in, right side out, inside.
And then
anyway, you got to flip the material.
But then when you go over where the elastic is, you need to backstitch a couple times. Okay. So it'll stand there on each 4 places. I'm getting ready to start sewing now.
All right, let's head over to the sewing machine, guys. Come on.
Okay.
And she's going to sew the ends here, guys, and she's going to leave an opening.
And of course, even when you start, you do backstitch. I just try to make sure it's kind of straight. My first one, I just go it over it a couple times, and then I turn.
Just went over that strap a couple of times to make sure it's sewed in good. Straight line to the next side. Removing the clip.
Because that elastic does move, but that's okay, because I'm going to go as far as I can. And then, got that one ready.
And you can see the end of that strap hanging out just a little bit. The elastic, that's okay, because once you turn it back, pull the fabric back through, it doesn't matter. And those little clips do help out a whole lot from using pins. It's a whole lot faster too.
That's about right. Wow. And then I backstitched again so it won't unravel.
Okay. Did you save you a space?
Yes, I did. Then you cut, I just cut my strings off.
She cuts all of her odds in pieces off.
I like to clip each little corner.
Let me see what you're doing there.
Just don't go past that, don't go to that thread.
Why are you doing that?
It makes it look better.
Okay.
When you
The
turn it
mask
right.
wise, when you turn it right side
Then
out.
we're going to, see I left that little gap right there.
See
Now
that?
we're going to turn
She
it.
left that little opening right there. She didn't sew that, guys. So here's what she's going to do.
We're going to turn it the right way.
Fire the cameraman.
And I need my little stick over there
And
now.
you see what she did, guys? She pulled all that through, and then she's got like a little chopstick looking thing. Where is your chopstick?
Is it not right there?
All right, guys. Now, once she pulls everything the right way, she's got a little stick right here, and she goes in and pushes all the little corners out.
Just be easy so
Yeah.
you don't poke through the fabric.
Little chopstick thing.
Just do each corner. And see, that just makes them prettier. Okay.
All right, let's see what it looks like so far. This is what we got so far. And now she's going to probably sew up that other end, right? Nope.
We come over here.
My bad.
But I need to move this. Because now, you just make sure both corners are down where we have that opening. Iron it flat. My iron's already on. I just iron that down.
Okay, she's got that iron. Let me get you a good little view of that, guys. Hang on. You can see what it looks like right now, as of right now.
Now we're going to get ready to sew the outer layer. But we're wanting to put our pleats in.
She's putting pleats in these, so.
So you just pinch each side. And we're going to clip each side. And once you have it ready, then we're going to iron. So it'll stay better for you while you're sewing. So it'll stay down. It's all nice and flat. Now we're going to start whichever corner you want to start in or wherever. We're going to go all the way around the whole outside layer.
Okay, she's going to sew those pleats in and all around the outside layer as well. I done lost track. How many steps is this?
I don't know. I don't ever count the steps. And I usually don't back stitch at the beginning. I just go back and then I'll back stitch when I come back around and meet this corner. You have to be careful because, of course, the material does move. No, it didn't move too much. Okay. Am I going back in that hole? Get that string out. Then I back stitch. And then you just cut your loose strings on both sides. And we are done.
And you're done. You got your mask and it's pleated. And let's try it on, Wife Camper, and see what it looks like. Start to finish.
See, this one's loose on me.
And we done 6.5 with those.
So I did 6.5, and most of the time they are usually loose on me. So the hair ties work really well on mine.
Yeah. So that would fit like a bigger face a little bit better.
But I mean, even if you do make it too big, I even had to fix one of Handy's, and I just kind of just sewed it on the very back where you'd have to where you wouldn't notice it to make it a little tighter. It just wouldn't be as pretty on both sides.
Or you could probably, can you like twist it? Could you twist, like if you twisted it one time, would that make it tighter?
Yeah.
Would that mess up your pleat things, or is it still pleat? Yeah.
How's it look?
Yeah. That will make it a little tighter.
Makes my ears stick
But
out, I'm sure.
the tighter they are, you'll see it fit better right here on the sides too, where it's loose on her.
Yeah. It probably fits you perfect.
Yep, let me try it on. We'll see. Well, there we go, guys, and you can see it does fit a little bit tighter on me, but the tighter it fits, the more up against your face it is, and it stays a whole lot better. And she's experimenting with some too, putting some pipe cleaner or some floral wire in the nose, so you can have it over your nose and go like this, and that's supposed to help out if you got glasses. That way it will stay on the bridge of your nose a little bit better. But the tighter these are, the better they fit. There we go, guys, start to finish. Good little project to do. If you know anybody that needs masks, medical workers, grocery store workers, or anything like that, it's a good little easy pattern. If you sew a lot and have a bunch of material just laying around, it's really good and easy to do. There's just one easy pattern, guys. 6x9. Get you some piece of cardboard or some of that card stock, and yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've sewn any masks, if you do any sewing or anything like that. Just leave a comment down below in general. Let me know what you think about the video. And a big thanks to Wifey Camper. Thank you so much for showing us how you make your mask. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And as always, plan,
prepare,
and practice. Handy out.